Good morning and welcome to today's class. Today's class was designed at the request of my sister who really wanted to work on the hips today. So today we're going to be focusing on a gentle sequence that supports opening and stretching the hips, which is typically not everyone's favorite thing to do. But we will begin, as always, in a comfortable seated position and just take a moment to arrive. So finding your comfortable seat on your mat, we'll gently close the eyes as a cue to go within. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose, release with a sigh. One more deep breath in through the nose, release with a sigh. I'm just taking a moment to arrive on your mat today, bringing your awareness to your breath as it flows naturally in and out through your nose. Just briefly scanning the physical body, allowing yourself to relax into the present moment. So dropping the shoulders from the ears, the tongue from the roof of the mouth, releasing the abdomen. Just allow yourself to feel weightless and supported by the earth beneath you. We'll inhale the hands to the heart and just take a moment to set a personal intention for your practice today. Again, we will be focusing on the hips. And with the hips comes a lot of release. So your intention may be around something that you want to release through your practice today. Okay, gently opening the eyes. We're going to begin today in child's pose. So knees are apart, heels together. We'll shift the weight back, arms come outstretched on the front of our mat, forehead meets the ground. Really stretching through the fingertips and allowing yourself to surrender into the pose. So just bringing your awareness to your hips as they will be the main focus of our class today. Just check in and see how they're feeling today. Maybe just shifting the weight slightly from side to side, just starting to slightly loosen. And then finding stillness in the center. On the inhale, we'll take the hands all the way to the right hand side, exhaling when you get there, getting a deep stretch and opening through the side body. Next inhale, hands travel back through center, exhale, other side. On the inhale, slowly coming through center. From here, just gently taking the heels apart slightly. And we're going to be doing some large circles with the torso, with the body, stretching out the hips. So on the inhale, coming up and around. Exhale, shifting the hips back over. So inhale to come forward. Exhale, hips go back. 2 more times in this direction. And then going in the other direction. So forward and back. So just taking these big circles with the hips, starting to loosen them up for our practice today. Okay, last one in this direction. Then coming on to all fours for cat-cow flow. Wrists are directly under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We'll inhale, tilting chin up toward the sky, dropping shoulders from the ears. On the exhale, very slowly and mindfully rounding the spine, tucking the chin into the chest. Inhale, coming forward, cow pose. Exhale, rounding spine into cat. Taking a few more of these at the pace of your own breath. Option to close the eyes, making it a moving meditation and bringing your awareness within. 2 more at the pace of your own breath. And then from table, pausing here, we'll walk the hands all the way forward, bringing forehead down to the mat, leaving the hips lifted above the knees. Really stretching through the fingertips, getting a deep stretch through the spine. Opening up the chest, the shoulders, the upper back. On the inhale, walking hands back, and we'll tuck the toes and go into our first downward dog for today. So just taking a moment to pedal out the backs of the legs, walking up the dog. And then finding stillness in the pose. So really stretching the chest through the shoulders, releasing the neck by tucking the chin slightly in toward the chest. Heels come down toward the ground. Pausing here for 2 rounds of breath, feeling the strength of the pose. On the inhale, lifting the right leg high, we're going to open up, bending at the knees, stacking the hips, and then taking a few circles in both directions. Again, just stretching out through the hips, slightly opening them up with movement. Okay, slowly lowering right leg. Inhale, left leg goes high, stacking the hips, bending at the knee, and taking some big circles in both directions. Okay, slowly lowering the leg. From here, we're going to inhale, coming into a plank pose, activating the abdominals. On the exhale, shifting back into downward dog. Inhale, slowly coming forward. Exhale, downward dog. One more here. Inhale to come forward. On the exhale, shifting back to downward dog. Then from here, we'll inhale the right leg high. On the exhale, bringing the leg forward for a low lunge. So we'll drop the back knees, untuck the toes, and pause here with our hands framing the foot. So focusing on the foundation first, we're really shifting the weight forward, getting a deep stretch through the back hip. From here, we're going to walk the hands to the inside of the right foot and slightly walk the right foot out to the outside edge of our mat. So we're in a runner's lunge, looks like this. If you do have it within your practice today, option to go down onto the forearms. Otherwise, we'll hold here for 2 rounds of breath. So breathing, sending your breath all the way down through the hips. And then on the next inhale, option to stay here, or we're going to come onto the outside edge of the foot, opening up the hip. So coming onto the outside edge of your front foot, opening up the hip. And again, holding here for a few rounds of breath. So weight is still shifted forward, feeling the opening, and using your breath to guide you through the stretch and through the discomfort. So we always talk about the power of the breath and how our mat is a place to practice tapping into the power and wisdom of the breath, getting through the discomfort and challenge on our mat so that we can then practice using our breath when we leave our mats into our lives. On the inhale, slowly walking foot back to center. And we'll come up into a low lunge. So hands can start at the hips. Again, shifting weight forward. So really feeling that stretch through the hip. We'll inhale, hands to heart center, or reach all the way up toward the sky, dropping the shoulders from the ears. We'll take a deep inhale here. On the exhale, we're going to straighten the leg, sending the arms back. Inhale, coming back, low lunge. Exhale, shifting weight back, arms lift. 2 more times. On this last one, we'll shift weight back, arms lift, pausing here for 2 rounds of breath. Holding the arms lifted just to activate the muscles of the arms and the abdomen a bit more. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, coming back, low lunge. From here, we'll bring hands to heart center. Take a deep inhale here. On the exhale, twist. Option to tuck back toes and lift the back knee for a challenge. And holding here for 2 rounds of breath. On the exhale, dropping back knee if lifted, untucking toes, low lunge. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, hands come down to frame the foot, sending the leg back, downward facing dog. On the inhale, lifting left leg high. Exhale, bringing it forward, dropping the back knee, low lunge on the other side. So again, pausing here for a moment, hands frame the foot, really shifting the weight forward to open up the hips. On the inhale, hands come to the inside of the left foot, slightly walking the left foot out to the outside edge of the mat, runner's lunge. Again, if it's within your practice, option to go down onto the elbows to deepen the stretch. And holding here for a few rounds of breath, allowing the physical and energetic body of the hips to open and release. So again, through a deep hip opening practice, it is not uncommon for some emotions to arise as we hold a lot of tension and energy in our hips. Okay, on the next inhale, again, option to open up the knee to further deepen the stretch. So taking the knee to the outside, opening up the hip, and continuing to have the weight shifted forward, coming onto the outside edge of that left foot. This is a variation of lizard pose. And luckily, we're not in a yin practice right now because we would hold this for 5 minutes. So 2 more rounds of breath here. On the inhale, walking foot back to center, and we'll come up into that low lunge. So again, hands can come to the heart or reaching up toward the sky. 2 rounds of breath here at center. Really shifting that weight forward, feeling the opening through the hips. And we'll begin the flow. So we'll inhale here at center. On the exhale, shifting weight back, straightening front leg, arms reach. Inhale, coming back, low lunge. Exhale, arms lift, leg straightens. Back to low lunge 2 more times. Okay, after this one, we will shift the weight back and hold. So front foot is straight, leg is straight, foot is flexed, arms lift up toward the sky, holding here for 2 rounds of breath. Getting that counter stretch through the back of the leg. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, shifting forward, low lunge. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, bringing hands to heart center. We'll inhale at center, exhale, elbow meets knee, spinal twist. Again, option to tuck back toes, lifting the back leg for an added challenge. Breathing here. On the next exhale, slowly lowering back leg, untucking toes, arms lift up, low lunge. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, hands frame foot, sending leg back. Option for a gentle flow, pause, or rest in this moment if you're wanting to add a very mindful chaturanga. Inhale, meeting back in downward dog. From here, stepping to the top of our mats, and we'll release hanging in a forward fold. So gently nodding head yes, nodding head no. And just allowing the body to drape over itself, releasing the tension in the neck. Slightly bending the knees, coming up one vertebrae at a time. Hands meet at the top. Exhale, hands come to the heart. We'll do 3 very slow and mindful half sun salutations just to get the energy moving in the body. On the inhale, slowly rising. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, halfway flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands come to the heart 2 more times. Inhale, slowly rising. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, halfway flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. The last one on your own. Hands come to the heart. Together we'll inhale, slowly rising. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, halfway flat back. On the exhale, planting hands, sending leg back, downward facing dog. From here, we'll inhale the right leg high. Exhale, bringing it forward, warrior 1. So getting your feet in correct. So back foot is at a 45-degree angle, deep bend in the front knee. Hips are squared forward. For alignment, we'll reach forward with the right arm and the left arm, and then inhale to come through center, dropping the shoulders from the ears. Pausing here, feeling the opening through the hips. On the inhale, taking hands behind, clasping fingers, opening up the chest. On the exhale, diving forward, hands come above the head. Inhale, slowly coming through center. Exhale, warrior 1. From here, pivoting the back foot forward, we will inhale, pressing off the back foot, lifting back leg into marching pose. On the exhale, shifting into warrior 3. Inhale, lifting leg, marching pose. Exhale, warrior 3. One more time. Inhale to lift. Exhale, pausing in warrior 3. Arms can be by your sides, to the back, to the front, at the heart. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, floating back, warrior 1. We'll inhale here at center. On the exhale, hands frame the foot, sending leg back, pausing in downward dog. On the inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale, bringing it forward. Warrior 1 on the other side. So again, getting the footing, making sure weight is balanced. And then for alignment, we'll inhale. Both arms through the center, dropping the shoulders from the ears. And taking a round breath here. Feeling the opening through the hips as they're squared forward. On the inhale, taking hands behind, opening up the chest. Exhale, diving forward, humble warrior. Next, inhale, slowly coming through the center, warrior 1. From here, pivoting the back toes back, we're going to press off the back foot. Inhale, lifting the knee, marching pose. On the exhale, floating warrior 3. Inhale, lifting up, marching. Exhale, warrior 3. One more time, inhale, lifting leg up. Exhale, pausing, warrior 3, holding here for 2 rounds of breath. Really pressing through the back ankle, activating the glutes. Deep inhale here on the exhale, sending leg back, warrior 1. Inhale here at center on the exhale, hands come down, downward facing dog. From here, inhaling the right leg high. Exhale, bringing the knee forward, pigeon on the right side. So leg comes just behind the wrists. We'll walk the back knee back, untuck the toes. And before folding forward, just taking a quick balance and alignment check. So making sure that the back leg is straight. Weight is balanced between both hips. So you can take your peace fingers to the ground and just kind of bounce, making sure weight is balanced. We'll inhale here at center, and then on the exhale, diving forward into pigeon pose. Bringing forehead to the mat. Always option to grab a pillow or a prop if you want to bring the mat higher, or you could do reclined pigeon on your back. So pausing here for some deep, nourishing rounds of breath. Sending your breath all the way down to the area where you feel the stretch. And again, allowing whatever is surfacing to be released. Whether that's physical tightness in the hips or anything emotional. Allowing your deep hip opening practice to release that stagnant energy so that you can bring fresh energy and vitality to the physical body, to the mind, and to the heart. So again, tapping into that power and wisdom of the breath. Get to the other side of the stretch. And knowing that in life, when you get into uncomfortable situations, get out of your comfort zone, or experience challenges in your life, we can tap back into that power and wisdom of the breath, and it can help us get through them. A few more rounds of breath here. On the inhale, slowly using your arms to press yourself up. Option to tuck the back leg in toward the body and reach it with your arm pulling the ankle towards the body. It's getting a deeper stretch through the hips here. And then option to lift front arm for an even deeper challenge. Stretching both hips simultaneously. As we stretch, we also strengthen. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, hands come down to frame the foot. We'll send the leg back, downward dog. Option to do a flow or just pause and rest in between the sides. We'll inhale the left leg high. Exhale, bringing it forward, pigeon on the other side. So again, walking the leg back, untucking the toes, and doing that balance check first before diving forward. We'll take a deep inhale here. On the exhale, folding forward in surrender. Sleeping swan or pigeon pose. Again, reconnecting to your breath in this moment, sending the breath all the way down to the area where you feel the stretch. And allowing yourself to release. Surrender to the stillness, surrender to the release. Because it is in our stillness that we can hear our truth. And it is through release that we can open up space for more abundance. So maybe taking a moment and thinking about something you want to release in your life. It could be anything that is lowering your vibration, anything toxic, anything that is keeping you from being your peaceful, loving, and blissful state. And 2 more rounds of breath here. On the inhale, slowly pressing the legs up. Again, an option to tuck the back leg in, grabbing it with the right arm, pausing here, and an option to lift front arm, getting that deeper stretch through the hips. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, slowly releasing. We're going to bring the back leg forward for a butterfly stretch. So just shifting the stretch through the hips. We'll inhale here at center. On the exhale, slowly rounding through the spine, tucking the chin into the chest. The butterfly pose. One more deep inhale here. Slowly coming up on the exhale. We're going to come onto our knees and bring the hands behind us. So fingers are facing toward the body. On the inhale, just slowly lifting the hips, looking up toward the sky. On the exhale, slowly lowering. Inhale to lift the hips, feeling the stretch through the front. Exhale to lower. 2 more times. We inhale and lift. Exhale and lower. Last one. Inhale, lift, holding here. Really pressing through the arms, opening up the heart, the chest, the hips. And pausing here in our vulnerability as we allow our hearts to be exposed to the world. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, slowly releasing, shifting legs around, and then slowly coming down onto our backs. We'll tuck the knees into the chest. Just shift the weight from side to side, massaging out the lower back. From here, we'll inhale the right leg in, extending the left leg on the floor. On the exhale, left hand guides the leg across the body, spinal twist. Right arm reaches behind and gaze follows the extended arm. And in our twist, we also releasing physical toxins in the body, energetic toxins. So allowing your cycles of breath here to support you in deeper releasing, deeper cleansing. On the next inhale, slowly coming back to center, switching legs. Inhaling left knee into the chest, right leg extends. On the exhale, guiding it across the body, extending the arm, spinal twist on the other side. Feeling the opening in the chest, the shoulders, the armpit, and the gentle twist through the spine as we release. Two more rounds of breath here. On the exhale, slowly coming back to center, we'll bring the feet and knees together, planting the feet on the ground. From here, we'll inhale, opening up the legs, so reclined butterfly. We'll inhale the arms together, and then on the exhale, with bent elbows, arms come out by our sides at a 90-degree angle. So cactus arms. And taking this final pose to release any last energy, stagnant, stale, or energy, or release anything that you want from your body, mind, or heart. So gently closing the eyes. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose. Release with an audible sigh. One more deep breath in through the nose. Release with a sigh. And just taking these final moments in stillness and silence, allowing yourself to receive the benefits and the lessons of your practice. On the next inhale, gently releasing the arms and allowing them to support you in bringing the legs together and keeping the eyes closed. We'll gently press onto our sides and use our arms to press ourselves back up into a comfortable seated position, keeping the eyes closed to continue having our awareness within for these final moments of our practice today. We'll bring our hands to our laps, palms facing up in a gesture of receiving. We'll take a deep inhale through the nose, sending your breath all the way down to your hips. So through the heart, through the abdomen, all the way down. Exhale, slowly releasing. One more full body breath, inhaling breath all the way down, all the way to the hips, and then exhale as we release. We'll inhale, floating hands to heart center, tucking chin into chest. And just setting an intention for the rest of our day today. And always vowing to bring this peaceful energy of our yoga practice off of our mats and into our lives. Namaste. Thank you, my loves. Hope you enjoyed that. And as always, please reach out to me privately. Let me know what sort of class you want, what areas you want to work on, whether it's physical, mental, emotional. I'm so happy to customize classes for you. Thanks so much. Have a beautiful day.